Welcome. I just want to welcome everyone to this webinar. I've kind of wanted to have done this before because I run into all types of things out in the field in the last, 5 years. So that's why we named it Find Out If Solar is Right for You Without Having Strangers Come to Your House. So I know some of you are a little apprehensive about that, so we wanted to do something that you could find out about solar from someone that's been doing it, someone that's been in this community for 37 years, our family. And so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. My name's Steve Poulin, and I'm here at the headquarters of Solar Pro. And we have been doing solar for almost 5 years now. And I was born and raised in Albuquerque, here with my wife. We're raising our kids here, and we're entrenched in the community. We love this place, and we just find it just a great place to raise a family. So let's get back to solar. So here's the thing, is that if you haven't bought solar yet, that's okay. It's actually pretty good, because there has been, just go on Google, there's been all kinds of stuff coming and going, and companies that have come and now they're gone, and I'm sure some of you are just thinking, wow, what's up? So I want to make a bold promise to you. I want to let you know that in no uncertainty that you will know pretty much if you should be going solar or not. And we're going to talk about all of the good things about solar and some of the bad, so that you can make your own decision, okay? And we're going to call them really 3 misbeliefs. That's what we're going to talk about. And then what I call the big 5, to see if these 5 things kind of fit with you, okay? And then if you wait till the end of this, and I hope you do, that you will actually get a great offer, and you will also, for free, make your house more efficient, so that when we do put solar on your house, you won't need as big a system, which is going to save you money. So I hope you wait for that. It's definitely going to be worth the wait. So I'm excited about it. I hope you have a pen and pencil and paper to get going, and we're going to dive right in. So my journey real quick with solar is that when I had someone come to us and say, hey, you should put solar on your buildings, you should do solar in your house, I checked it out, and it was pretty expensive back in the day, and so I kind of passed. And it wasn't until about 5 years ago that when I revisited it, and if you've looked at solar in the past, you need to revisit it, because it's changed even in the last 2 years or so. But I ran into that there was 3 big misbeliefs, okay? We're going to kick off with the first one. Solar is not a scam, okay? Rest assured. Now, there is scams with solar, and most of those companies have kind of come and gone. I'm not going to mention any names, but you can find them on Google. Go to the Attorney General New Mexico Solar, and you'll see it all, okay? Because they were trying to put equipment on your house that you didn't own. They're going to rent it to you, all kinds of crazy ideas. But if you own a home, you want to own everything in your home, right? It's not something that really works very good, because when you sell it, there's a cloudy title, so forth and so on. There's also a lot of cheap equipment that comes with those companies. You don't have to go very far in the news to see what happens when you put cheap equipment and then you don't know who installs it. We have a lot of companies coming from out of town. They're coming in, and they're locked in to all types of big box stores and things. And you think that it's a good thing, but there's a lot of the workforce that is new, untrained, and doesn't have a lot of experience, and they get thrown on your roof. And so solar's not a scam if you buy it from the right person and you buy it the right equipment, okay? It's really, that's the equation, okay? The next thing is solar is not expensive, all right? And I think this one's really great, because we all have a utility bill, right? And it's going up every year. I've never had it come down, right? In all of my existence, and owning a home for, I've probably owned a home now for 35 years, and I've never seen it go down. So that's expensive, because you have an escalating utility bill, okay? And so what solar does is simply take that money and it replaces it by you investing the utility money that you're spending into your own system, okay? And there's incredible loans that are fixed rates, that don't cloud your title of your home, that are signature, great organizations here. Nusenda is one of them. And now you have a fixed rate. So your utility's fixed, and then when you pay it off, you're done. Okay? You have a very small utility to be on the grid, and we won't get into that now, but you certainly will understand all of that. It's a very simple process. So solar's not expensive, especially when you have the government now giving you these massive tax credits, okay? And if you take action now, you're going to get the maximum amount that you can get. And if you don't, next year, if you wait, it's going to be a little less, and the next year a little less. So that means your solar's going to be a little more, and if you wait longer, a little more. So here's the thing, guys, is that in states that are around us, like in California, right now, pretty soon, I think it's next year, that when you build a home, it has to have solar on it. So those things are all coming our way. And I think it's just a matter of time, is, not if you go solar, but when are you going to go? And so if you go early, you get all of the incentives, okay? So you have the tax credits, you have no sales tax right now in New Mexico. That's a huge benefit. I know they took away the 10% tax credit on income for New Mexico, but the tax, no sales tax, is bigger than that, because 7.5% of your purchase price is an incredible incentive. Okay, so solar's not expensive. Another way to look at it too is, you all have homes, right? Those of you who are looking at this webinar is probably because you have a home and you have this bill. And so I ask you, why did you buy your house? Okay, you bought it because you didn't want to rent something like it and have that rent go up every year, and then 10 years from now you're still renting, and all of that money that you put in rent could have gone into a home, right? Well, this is the exact same thing. You have this bill that's going up, the utility, and now you can end this by investing in your home, adding value to your home. Okay, if you ever do resell it, it's worth something to have a home that's solarized, right? Everyone's looking to be responsible and have clean energy, so it's a very good asset to have on your house. So I hope that kind of gives you some ideas about, is solar expensive? Okay, one of the other things that a lot of people talk about is solar equipment reliable? Okay, how long does it last? I can tell you that the equipment out today is phenomenal. Okay, like the top tier equipment that we install is 25-year performance warranties on the panel. Okay, 25 years labor. It's incredible how long these name brand large companies, LG is one of them, that are getting behind this equipment, and they know it's going to last. That's why they're giving these kinds of warranties. So the solar equipment is super reliable. Okay, we've only had issue really with one panel in half a decade of installing systems now, which is phenomenal. That was really surprising to me. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the other part of this, which is the big five. So what I've found is there's 5 things that kind of fit, and you'll love solar. If a couple of them don't, it's probably not for you. Like for instance, myself, the first one is are you going to sell your home in a few years? Okay, so when we first got into solar, I knew that I wasn't in my forever home. Okay, it was a home, raised our kids in, it was too big for us, too expensive for us really, and I knew that I didn't want to invest the money then because I was going to sell it very soon, which I did. Now I'm in my forever house. So now actually I'm doing it this month. So it's kind of cool that I'm experiencing the same thing. So for you, if you're not in your house that you're gonna that you're not going to be selling in a few years, don't do it. It's about a few years, like 4 to 5 years, because you get all these tax credits, right? That helps you pay for it, and then 4 or 5 years of the money that you would have spent on utilities anyway, so that goes towards your system. So think about that. It's a big part of the equation. Second thing is these panels have to go on your roof. Now we do ground mount systems also, but for most of us, it's going to be on your roof. The last thing you want to do is put solar on a roof that needs to be replaced in the next 5 years. Okay? Now there's incentives out there where you can actually get an investment in putting a new roof and get tax credits for the part that's underneath the solar panels. Okay? So it pays for you to really look into that before this solar would go on it, because you would be taking it off and you won't be very happy at that time. So that's why we really make sure that your substrate and that you're aware that you have to have a roof in good condition. Okay, otherwise you're going to be one of those unhappy folks. So the other is, can you use the tax credits? Okay, it's a simple equation that we can help you with. Obviously your CPA, your tax person is a great person to go to for that information. But basically, if you're paying money to the government for income and your tax year that you're looking at putting it in, then you're going to get credits. It's just like cash to pay the government. So it usually sparks a bigger refund for those of you that have regular jobs or pulling the income out of your check every time you get paid. So that money will be there. You're going to pay with your solar credits first, and it'll give you a bigger refund so that you can apply that money to your system. So the government's helping you. That's why it's not expensive, right? We talked about that, is that you're getting incentives to help do this. All right, so the next thing is that some houses are older and they have some older equipment, like your electrical panel, okay? And you might be looking to like maybe upgrade it anyway for refrigerated air, or it's just ancient. You want to add some things. You want to add different heating or cooling devices. So when you exchange your panel in the solar equation, the tax credits apply to the cost of the panel upgrade. So this is another thing that is very helpful. This is the time to do those things, because now you'll get the full credits for exchanging those things. So these are part of the big five picture. The other big thing is, and I touched on it a little bit, is there's bank loans out there that you can get money for solar. Tremendous rates, no prepayment penalty if you want to pay them off. And so that loan that you get to purchase your solar, okay, after you apply the tax credit, is going to be real close to what you're paying now. And that's why it makes sense, because you already got this bill, right? And then you can take this money and apply it, and then when, down the road, think about it in your retirement years, as like for me, as I get older, or those of you that are younger, you won't have this burden of this thousands of dollars a year in utility costs, right? For me, I figured it out, it was going to be probably my second biggest bill besides my property tax. Okay, as long as I didn't, have it go buy a big car or something crazy, right? Is that this monthly payment is going to be with me forever, and it's going to be the second biggest payment. So getting rid of that before this time where my income's dropping made a lot of sense for me. So I hope that when you take this all in a package, and when I was giving you information, and I hope it was helpful, that you're saying to yourself, oh, that makes sense, I didn't know that. And the big three, that you now have the beliefs about some of the products and services, and also the big five, you kind of fit into those things. And you were saying, yes, I can use that. I'm not selling, my roof's good. Okay, then you're starting to answer your own question. And now you know that solar is good for you. Okay? Now, remember, I promised you that if you made it to the end of this, and I appreciate you doing that, like I said, I hope it was helpful, is that we're going to give you an incredible offer, okay? We have packages right now that we're discounting 20%, okay? This is for a limited time. We have other packages available, so we give you a wide variety of choices. We don't only sell one thing. Most companies do. So we give you those choices and let you make the decision. So you can take advantage of those. So below here, you can click onto our website, poolandsolarpro.com, and you actually can set an appointment right from there to get the information, to get us out. Maybe it'll be me. I would be thrilled to come to your house. I have an amazing team of people that we have trained and that we have put together that I know that you'll enjoy in your home, that they care about your success, that we're going to give you the options and let you decide, and you're going to be super happy about going solar, because I am thrilled that we started this division, that it is part of our whole company, and that we're able to not only help people get rid of this burden of the utility bill in their future, but that they're able to help the environment. They're able to, some of you will show your kids that this is important, you know, that you have this power station on your house, because the alternative is not as good. Burning coal, nuclear, those things aren't good, right? So this is a great time to take advantage of this. I hope you click on it. I hope you have us come out, and I know that you will enjoy solar, and it'll be a great decision for you. So click on it below, or come down to our showroom, 8600 Pan American. We have everything under the sun in home improvement. Last 37 years, we have done incredible expansion in this facility, and everything under the sun, including solar. So I look for you here if you want to come. I look for you in your house, and thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.